Hey, it's your man Andrew Wood. Come back with another thrift store and flea market find. My co-host Ryan Wood. Wave. Wave. And I'm going to go through what we found and a few eBay purchases as well. Now, a few people in the last video said, well, I bought these toys off China. I said, oh, those are probably bootleg. I really don't think so. I've carefully looked at them. And I do appreciate you guys looking out for me. But I've carefully looked them over, and they did list them as being pre-played with. And a few of them actually have marks that look very much to be indicative of a child having played with them. Most of them are really very good shape. They have the right color. They have the right articulation. They aren't falling apart. So there's nothing that leads me to think that they are, in fact, that they've been played with. Now, I'm going to run through the ones we picked up. Now, my son has a much larger collection of Marvel toys than he does of DC toys, because I bought some really large Marvel lots. So cherry picking a few more DC figures for his collection was good. 3 of these I know he doesn't have any versions of, period. One of them I'm not sure of, and another one would be his second. I'm going to start. All of these were free shipping. This is Shining Knight, 99 cents. And these toys are really great introductory toys for a child because they don't have all this articulation, all these joint articulations. The head moves, the arms move, the legs move. My son has not broken any of these, and I started giving him these to him when he was 2. So some of the ones that have lots of joints and such, they have been thrown in the garbage can because he's broken them. But these, he just doesn't break them. They are very sturdy. Now, he could if he was want to break them, but just from playing with them, he doesn't break them. So they're quite sturdy and recommended starter toys. Maybe not the best gift to give a 7-year-old or 8-year-old who's playing with action figures, but for a child just getting into them, they are definitely a recommendation of mine. Green Lantern Kilowog, 99 cents. Parasite, $1.04. Now my son didn't have any versions of any of those guys. Lex Luthor, it's only a second Lex Luthor. It's a prison Lex Luthor. And Captain Atom, I'm not positive he has any other Captain Atoms. And I definitely, this is $1.25. The only reason I know his name is Captain Atom is because I just looked up on eBay and saw the names of all these guys and all the lots of toys that I bought. We also had this the Superman here. He is, as you can see, much taller than them. I think he's 11 inches tall, or maybe a foot tall. He has his cape is very, very clean. The only fault I really see in him is he has a little bit of paint chip here on his hair. And of course, he has great articulation. The knees bend, the foot bends. I mean, this is a good Superman. Then, let's see. Let me unbox this for you. And in bubble wrap, let's see what we have here. I don't actually know. But it came from Oregon. Oh, yes. Now, this one I actually overpaid for. As I'm currently, buy my kid all these cool-looking figures. I actually got back into reading comics a little bit. And what I started reading were Green Lantern stuff. It's amazingly well written, and I always hated Green Lantern. I just picked it up with Blackest Night, and I've been on it. So, really, I always root for the heel stables. I like the bad guys. Always have since I was able to have any kind of decisions about, any sort of thought process, really. The Red Lantern Corps are absolutely awesome. This is one of them. This is Dexter. He's like a cat that's also a Green Lantern. It's really a cat from Earth. But this comes off, this accessory, but it's blood. He like pukes flaming blood that destroys things. He's like Atrocitus, this cat. Oh, actually his ring is right there. You can see that. Little red band on the bottom of his tail, that is his ring. Really like that stuff. I like if anybody has like a Red Lantern Mara, a Red Lantern Atrocitus, or an Red Lantern Larfleeze, or any of the Sinestro Corps members, those I would really be interested in trading for. Stop doing that. My son over here just throwing everything in there. I picked this guy for $2 from the sort of day. It's Green Lantern Kyle Rayner. He's from the same line as these other figures I've shown you. And the woman put a gun in the bag with him, trying to act like that was his gun. He doesn't have hands that could hold this gun, and clearly it's not. I don't know what that gun goes to. But it'll go up into the accessories bag. I also picked up 2 different G.I. Joe vehicles for 50 cents each, which is a really good deal. This is like a missile thing up here. It's battery operated. The batteries are dead, but I could put some more in there, I suppose. Probably still works. And a man, of course, will go in there. So 50 cents. I like that deal. Also, this thing will roll. It never had batteries in there. cockpit opens here. It's supposed to be some sort of river raft or something. It is a Cobra raft. It's, of course, Cobra. And again, 50 cent. And there's some wheels there that will roll. From the Goodwill, we picked this up $1.25 plus tax. Bumblebee 100-piece puzzle. And this puzzle is just a little advanced for my kid right now. He's just 3, but he does puzzles really well. He actually might be able to do this one. I wouldn't bet against him, but I'm probably going to put it away for 3 to 6 months and then just give it to him then. Let's see. Oh, another guy channel to check out, Unknown for Lore. Check his channel out. Good supporter of my channel. He's a good guy. And he and I were talking about doing a trade. He asked me about that. So I was looking for certain things that he might like, or that you might like, depending if you are or are not him. This is I know you, Unknown, you like the pieces here for your dioramas, or I don't know, maybe there's a technical name for that. But, you know, my kid don't really care what's like this. And I found this up at the flea market. I thought you might like it. It is like Iceman has, I guess, destroyed a sentinel. This is like the hand. This is how the whole piece goes. It looks like it has a stand here to put a figure on or something. I don't quite know. But there's a lot of like sculpting design in there. That's quite cool looking. But I doubt I can't really do anything with it. So if you want that, let me know and I'll just stick it aside for you to trade. Somehow there's a grasshopper here. Like, not a real grasshopper, it's a toy. I don't remember buying that. I don't know where that came from. This Lord of the Rings figure was $1. He has great articulation. He's got all that stuff on it. He came with this sword. I'm pretty sure this sword does not go with him. If it does, let me know. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but the woman just had it with him. So, and I picked up this other guy. Oddly enough, although I am a D&D guy, I'm a fantasy guy, although I love all that stuff, don't really like Lord of the Rings movies very much. Didn't like the books. Not a big fan of it. Oddly enough, I know that might seem odd to people, but I've seen the movies, read the books. I mean, they were okay. It just not really the best thing to me. This has, this is an elf. Only reason I know that is because I know what elves look like. You can probably figure out which character it is. He has the cape here, and it's in great shape. He has this piece here. A lot of his Lord of the Rings figures do not hold up well, but he has a scabbard here. And when I was looking through the G.I. Joes, I saw there was another one of these swords. So I said, well, this guy has one, this guy ought to too. And I found this sword too, which I actually thought was his. I don't think it is now. They actually both got bent up in the bag. Probably didn't bend them though. So I just put both these swords with him, and again, I got him with both his swords for $1, and the other guy with one sword for $1. There's no tax on those either. I'm going to run through these. There's actually also a small Anakin from the first movie that I picked up for this with this group. Star Wars figures I'm going to show. 50 cents each I paid for these. And that Anakin I gave to one of my friends. He already has him. So I gave it to one of my friend's kids. They were very happy to receive that. I got this guy. Of course, 50 cents. I don't know who he is. There's a Jawa. I saw there's a bunch of Jawas. This one that has the glowing eyes. Jawas are cool to have a bunch of because, well, Jawas always roll together. This one I might end up giving to my friends too. It's a Han Solo. I don't know if my son has it or not. I don't know what his Han Solo count looks like. I had to look up and see what he has in terms of Han Solos. But he has some good joints. Just 50 cents. Watto. He has both his wings there and it's in really good shape. I don't know if Watto, I don't know what, he has like a third hole back there. I don't know what that's for. I think that guy's name is Newt Gunray. I think my kid has another one of him, but at 50 cents, I want to pick him up. My son has a massive amount of Stormtroopers now, which is awesome. Stormtroopers sell online. Stormtroopers and Ewoks seem to be like the highest selling things online in terms of Star Wars toys, other than, like, there's a few random odd, like a Font Mon or something like that, that is, you know, gosh, what was the other guy? That was the Jabba one that's high. Llama Man, or, I don't know. Somebody mentioned the other day on one of my posts. There's a Stormtrooper there, and my son's got to have at least, just different kinds of Stormtroopers, but at least 20 different Stormtroopers now, which I'm quite happy about. And I will continuously pick up Stormtroopers. I mean, 20 is probably being very conservative. He may have closer to 30. For a quarter, I got Creature of the Black Lagoon. Love Creature of the Black Lagoon. Love the beginning of the movie. You know, the classic black and white where they have this, like, quoting, I forget what they say, but it's something from Genesis, and this narrator voice coming over, putting it over almost in a way to have this juxtaposition of this aberrant, this strange thing that doesn't belong. But, however, with the biblical text, it is supported. It is there. In fact, perhaps it is more just, more right, more correct to be there than we are there in the deep Amazon, the Black Lagoon, and it's really great. I like Genesis, my favorite book of the Bible. I love the mythology there, and I think that I really like Creature of the Black Lagoon. That's one of my preferences for the old school movies there. The next toys, I got 10 cents each. There's a small Boba Fett slave. I'd be happy to trade it with somebody like that. I mean, it's all there. It's hard to see with my little fingers. But it's Boba Fett slave one. I think it is anyway. Possibly wrong with that. And then there were like 4 Lion King toys. My kid loved Lion King. So Nala. And I forget the name. I actually haven't seen Lion King since it came out. My wife still watched it with him. Whatever the boy's name is. And these are not McDonald's toys. These are the real deal toys. The real Disney. Yeah, somebody, yeah. The real deal. Thank you, Ryan. The real deal Lion King toys. Not the cheap McDonald's ones. This one has articulation. This one doesn't. But at 10 cents each, we're glad to pick them up. And what's this guy's name again? Zazu. I didn't even know he was a Lion King toy. He was just sitting there, and the way he was designed looked similar. So I asked my son, and he said, yeah. And he told me who it was. So I was like, oh, all right. I mean, he would know. He is an expert on Lion King, so I went ahead and picked him up. I got this bag here. This is bag. If you look back a couple videos ago, I did a big fire where I found paid like $20 for this big box of toys. I got this from the same people, and there's a ton of stuff in here that I think are bits and pieces and parts to various things that I already bought. This wasn't really valuable to anyone but me, and I didn't pay them very much for it, so that was straight. Like, there's a Magneto helmet in here, the Magneto I have, and just a bunch of random things, different pieces. So I'm not going to go through all of them. It'll take forever. I also picked up, like I told you, RPG guys, to stick around, 2 War of the Apocalypse books. This is the Werewolf Player's Guide for 2nd edition, hardback. And I got this one, War of the Apocalypse, 2nd edition. Of course, I have these books already. This one's actually, the other one's actually way better condition than the other version of that I have. But I picked those up. Also, and for books, I went by, actually, I'm pretty sure I haven't shown these. I went by a secondhand bookstore, and they got me because they had like a deal, buy 4, get 1 free, so I ended up buying 10. And they were $2 each plus tax, which is a little higher than I wanted to go. But the thing is, they had a couple books that actually were really interesting to me. One, The Wyvern Spur, which this is, it's a trilogy. I have book 1 and 3, and this is book 2. So that was really nice to actually pick that up for $2. I would have had to go, God knows what I had to pay on Amazon. It would be like $3.99 shipped. Plus, they'd probably charge like $7 or some ridiculous price like that for the book. Waterdeep, Tangled Web. These are all Forgotten Realms books. Shadowdale. Mostly I buy these books so I have a nice library so when my son wants to read them, he can help get him more into them all interested in Dungeons and Dragons. Daughter of the Drow. Most of these I probably won't read. But I've got, I thought I got 2. Oh, I did get 2. One of them just got pushed to the side. I got 2. This looks like it's a trilogy, but I only got book 1 and 2 to it. Probably never read it, so it doesn't matter. But I might read it. I don't know. Blood Hostages. These are Planescape Dungeons & Dragons books. And Abyssal Warriors. I paid a total of, I think, $16.60 after tax for all this stuff. This is From the World of Darkness. It's an anthology. World of Darkness. This is a Wraith anthology. Sins of the Fathers. I probably will read this one. Like I said, a few of these here I definitely will be reading. What's the name of this one? Cthulhu, the Mythos and Kindred Horrors. I can't believe I mispronounced Mythos. This is Robert E. Howard. I guess these are Robert E. Howard stories. Robert E. Howard, of course, the guy who wrote and created Conan and Red Sonja, Call the Conqueror. And he was very much inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. So I don't believe I've read any of these. I'm a big Cthulhu fan, a big fan of the Mythos, a big fan of H.P. Lovecraft. In fact, I've read everything H.P. Lovecraft has written, other than like his personal letters to people and stuff like that they have published. I don't know why anyone would be too interested to read that stuff, but they are out there. I picked up this. Paid $1.25 plus tax for this. It is brand new. I think it's even mint on cards. This would be just a present to someone. It's Dr. Freed or Captain Freed or something. It's a DC character, but it's in great shape, and that'll be a present. I don't really care about the little figures like that. One of the great things about thrifting is, you go enough, you can just completely build up a collection of presents for people. You don't have to go out and rush around the last second. It's just grab this one. But what's your kid like? Star Wars. Okay. Like, 10 Star Wars toys brand new upstairs. Let me just see which ones we're going to give them. And, you know, you can always show up with, like, kids. So kids love inviting them to the party because, you know, they generally get way the best presents from us. And, you know, we're not really spending all that much on them. But, I paid $2 each for these. These are brand new in the box. Some of these aren't quite good enough shape to be like presents, but some of them are, and some of them are pretty cool. But regardless, $2 for a brand new figure. Okay, go. For a brand new figure is not bad. You got Commissioner Gordon. You got Green Arrow, and he's got like all his accessories. So that's pretty cool. That's a nicer Green Arrow than my kid has. Otherwise, I have the Hunchback of Notre Dame here. And Hunchback of Notre Dame, you know, he's got all his stuff in there. I got, let's see, what was this one? Elsewhere Amazonia Wonder Woman. And I've been passing on that one. Like, she had it there for $4 at one point, and then for $3. And I just didn't really love it. But we have a few of the other toys from this line. I got this. Actually, I got this stuff even a little less than that because those are $2 each. But I also got 3 $1 toys from her, and I got the whole thing. Basically, should have been 11. I told her I'll give her 10 for it, and she took that. I buy stuff from her all the time, though, so she used hooked me up. So basically, I probably would say I got that Yoda for free. There's a Yoda there, and yeah, for anyone that's asking, I would trade him. I don't care about Yoda. My kids got a bunch of them. But he's got good articulation. He's got the Yoda robe and everything. I got this. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle motorcycle. And I don't know what movie this is from. I think he's from some kind of Disney movie. If somebody knows, let me know. He's some kind of a Minotaur with, let's see, it's either a Bardic or a Halberd. It's a pole arm axe. So that's the sum whole of our thrift store find for this weekend, and that's, I think this is Thursday through Sunday. Everything that we found. So thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. And remember, rate, subscribe, and most importantly, comment.